Hey guys.
This is very odd. This is our first time, I guess, doing a recording in a phone call. But I really hope this is a success because if so, that means we can just do more videos like this. Tell them what we're talking about today.
On special request, we're going to talk about the stuff that you should bring to St Andrews University when you come as a fresher. I think some stuff that you should bring here is actually quite niche compared to other universities.
Like what?
Well, I mean like Wellies and stuff. Like I wouldn't take Wellies to a city university just because of its location. I mean, you're in the countryside and you've just got the sea. So make sure you bring swimming trunks as well.
Yeah, I had massive regrets not bringing flip-flops for like when you went to the beach. So when we had made it, didn't have flip-flops. So I went there in like socks and trainers and then had to dry my feet and then put my socks back on and my trainers, which like was not a shout. So
yeah, that's a bit disgusting. Should we start with the different types of stuff you should bring if you're in different accommodations, for instance? We were both in catered accommodations, so I don't know, did you bring much cooking equipment with you?
Because I was travelling from quite a long way away, I didn't find the need to bring the stuff with me. Instead, I got to Edinburgh a couple days earlier before freshers started. And then I went to IKEA, did a massive IKEA shop with my parents. And we bought a lot of stuff, so I ended up ordering a toaster just because my kitchen didn't have a toaster, and sometimes you just want some toast, you know?
Okay, that's not weird.
And we got plates, cutlery. I bought a blender this year, but that's because now I'm living out of halls, so you don't need that when you're in halls. Also, I think it really just depends if you're catered or self-catered. The amount of stuff that you buy, but even considering that, let's say you live in DRA and you only get like 2 meals out of the day accommodated for, so that means you either have to buy from like shops in town or you have to make your own food, and on weekends you have to make your own food, so or you can just like order pizza, whatever you want, but I like to cook sometimes.
Yeah, so I was going to say, wherever you live, whatever type of accommodation, whether it's standard catered or non-catered or whatever it is, you know, check out the accommodation video for details on all of that. Whatever type of accommodation you're in, ultimately you need to bring some form of kitchen equipment with you just because you don't get every single meal provided. Also, sometimes you may not like the meals, so you may want to like make your own meal that day for like a certain like lunch or dinner or something. But definitely like bring at least one of everything, like a one plate, one mug, one bowl. It's really necessary, I think, ultimately.
Oh yeah, I loved having cereal. I got obsessed with cereal in the second exam season.
Yes, you did. I remember that.
So I just kept having...
You were having like cereal every night.
I just kept having bowls of cereal like every single day.
In terms of just like kitchen equipment stuff, you know, you can keep it in your kitchen, you can keep it in your room, keep it wherever. It's a bit of a trek to like, if you're from far away, to bring that stuff. So like Kiana said, buy it if you're coming from quite a way where, you know, there's Edinburgh, which is like an hour, there's Dundee, there's Tesco in town, there's plenty of home shops in town you can buy stuff from. Because, you know, we've got Tesco and we've got other home stores like that, so.
Bedding, I guess you have 2 options. You can either order bedding for you.
Yeah, so you can order bedding from the university itself. I don't think they provide everything. They don't provide stuff like a pillow and stuff, I don't think.
I bought my pillow in Edinburgh, but also I was in M&Co the other day. Well, I say the other day, like 2 months ago. On South Street, and they have duvets, pillows, pillowcases, bedding, everything. And we have quite a few furniture shops just on South Street in general. Like stuff like clothes hangers as well. You can get those.
I mean, also for clothes hangers as well, in terms of like Gannicky at least, we got quite a few in the wardrobe already, which was good. In Gannicky as well, so in Sally's as well actually. At least in my year, they had like a box out in the common room with lots of coat hangers in that you could just take, and that was there for the entire like first month or so. So they actually provided quite a bit of like good stuff from like leftover that you could just take if you needed it.
Well, I would definitely recommend like bringing running shoes, some gym clothes, some swimsuits.
Okay, should we talk about clothes then, the type of clothes that you would wear? So St Andrews, honestly, like, you can go through every single season pretty much in one day. I have known a day this term where it has snowed and then rained and hailed and, you know, had sun all at the same time. But in terms of clothes, you need every type, from like summer stuff and like Kiana said, swimming stuff and like shorts and stuff like that, all the way to like really thick clothing like coats and jumpers and boots. Not that I ever wear shorts outside, because why would I do that? But still.
Yeah, it's sacrilegious in Tom's world.
Shorts are made for the sports field or a beach, but that beach needs to be outside of the UK, that's my opinion. So yeah, make sure you've got a good coat with you, because it gets cold and really windy, and when you're coming from like a 4 p.m. lecture, or where your lecture ends at 5, for instance, it's dark outside for a lot of the months that you're here. It's cold, it's windy, and although the weather isn't always that bad in St Andrews, like a lot of the time the rain passes over quite quickly, the wind can be quite horrific.
Also, it's not the kind of place where you can just look at the weather app once in the day and assume that that's gonna be the weather for the remainder of the day. Raincoats as well, because sometimes it's so windy that you can't even hold an umbrella up. We have horizontal rain. It's very fascinating.
What do you think about clothes in terms of like what people wear in St Andrews?
Well, I always think a good pair of flats is good. At least 2 pairs of heels for events like balls and things. I have bought a lot of dresses, just like short dresses for events or balls and things.
That's a good point, actually. We should talk about balls and stuff like that, because as a guy, I think you definitely need to bring something that you're going to wear to a ball. So, you know, if you're Scottish, bring your kilt, if you've got a kilt, or your tartan trews, or whatever you've got in terms of that. If you're not Scottish, then probably don't, because some Scottish people dislike you wearing tartan, as I learned.
Have you worn tartan before?
Didn't go down well. In terms of if you're a guy for balls, make sure you bring like a suit or a tux or something like that. You're going to need it. There's always a black tie event. There's seemingly a black tie event every other week in St Andrews.
You mentioned wellies.
The wellies, again, I think there's like multiple reasons actually you probably need the wellies in St Andrews. Rain, and it's very muddy sometimes in some of the paths and some of the streets. If you're going on a beach walk, they might be a good idea. If you're going into the countryside, it might be a good idea. But also for welly ball, it's probably a good idea, hence the name.
Specific things to use. If I was you and I was coming in September, I would take a look at things that I would like to do when I get to St Andrews in terms of clubs and things. So think about what you want to do before you get here and bring things that you think you might need in terms of that. Probably more a girl thing, but I brought my hairdryer. It saved my life throughout first year because I would get really cold and my room didn't have the best heating, so I would turn my hairdryer on to warm me up.
Oh, I love that.
And then straightening iron and things like that, whatever you want to bring. Oh yeah, I brought my violin stand with me. Now, listen, for all you musicians out there, you may think you don't need it, but you do, and it's a lifesaver. Get one of those ones that folds up nice and small and bring it.
In terms of like academic stuff, I don't actually know what I brought.
The thing is, you can buy so much here. We have W.H. Smith, we have a Ryman's.
Yeah, no, so like in terms of me, what I brought in terms of academic stuff was some books, which I thought might come up in the course. They did eventually come up in the course somewhere, so that was useful. You know, random bits of stationery and stuff like that, just to make it a bit cheaper when you get here. But like I bought all my notebooks and stuff here, bought all of my textbooks and everything that I needed like that here, because there's no point buying it beforehand. You can get them all from Blackwell's for a much cheaper and discounted price as a student.
That's if you want new books, by the way. There are students, past students, who will sell their books, so you could potentially get them for cheaper.
And also, you can go to every single charity shop and you will find a book on your course. Like, I know people who have never bought a book from Blackwell's because they've been able to go to every charity shop and just find the books at the start of the year. I think in terms of bringing stuff to St Andrews, the number one piece of advice is pack cleverly. Bring stuff that you think you're going to use and that you know you will use, because I ended up at the end of first year with far too much stuff. I mean, a lot of it was bought here, to be fair, like with my own spending and stuff, which got out of control. But like equally, there was so much stuff that I just know I've never used and never needed.
I flew here, but right, we came with 2 suitcases for me. Then we bought a whole bunch of stuff at IKEA, kept buying along the way. I ended up with 8 boxes in storage and 3 suitcases flying back with me. I would say pick out the clothes that you want and need.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We hope this has been kind of helpful about the stuff that you need to bring to St Andrews and just to university in general, really. Let us know what else you want to see. Let us also know if this style of video is okay. If you've got any questions about St Andrews University in general, let us know. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys soon.
Yeah, get us to 1,000 subscribers, everyone. We know you can do it.
Yeah, or, no pressure. It's up to you. Bye, guys.